Hello and welcome to Off the Shelf Reviews.
I come without warning too.
And I'm Gary, and today we're going to review and discuss Without Warning, which released in 1980. Written by Lynn Freeman, Daniel Grodnick, Bennett Tramer, Stevie Mathis, and directed by Greydon Clark. Ian, why don't you give us the synopsis?
Well, the story follows a group of friends who are heading out into the woods so that they can go swimming at a local lake. They are warned by Jack Palance and Martin Landau that there are hunters down by that lake and that they might get hurt. When the friends get down there, they realize that there's an alien creature hunting and killing anybody who comes into the woods. Will Sandy and her friends survive, or will they all die without warning?
You've never been hunting, have you?
No, I don't plan to either.
It's a good sport. Long as you follow the rules.
So we've discussed Greydon Clark here on the channel before when
Yeah.
we reviewed The Uninvited.
Classic, absolute classic.
And of course, any chance I get to bring up for some reason Satan's Cheerleaders,
Oh, totes.
I will.
Yeah.
And it's the same director. Oh, it's a small world, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this director, as I've said before, he has become synonymous with low-budget schlock.
Yes.
And he even wrote a book about it. Life on the cheap, making movies on the cheap.
How much is the book?
Probably enough to cover his next film per sale. But that's to say, this film had a budget of about $150,000. And most of that was spent on the film's two leads. And another chunk of that budget was spent on the prosthetic makeup work that was done in the film, which left very little over the next 3 weeks for everyone to actually get paid and get this film released. And it became like a classic in American drive-in theaters.
Wow.
Then the film kind of was lost.
Yeah.
But then, a few years ago, the Blu-ray came out. And the film has been restored to its glory.
Glory?
Well, I mean, the best it can achieve, right?
They made the footage look a little bit better.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's been taped and retaped on an old VHS.
But this isn't like one of those films that was like 4 hours long and they chopped it down to an hour and a half. It's not like it had extra footage that they decided to add in to fill out some of the
This ain't
points.
no Spookies.
No. No. This is it's kind of up there with Spookies, I feel. It's more fluid than Spookies. Like, it's actually got a plot that you can kind of follow, and at the same time I've got to champion this movie being the birthplace for Predator.
Yes.
Like-
It predates it by, what, 7 years?
By 7 years. Nobody knows about it. It's not like this movie was Without Warning was winning awards, or anybody would go, oh, Predator, you copied Without Warning. No. But this movie, alien hunter in the woods, hunting people with specialized tools. I also love the fact, like, we've got two big names, Jack Palance and Martin Landau, playing characters in this movie. And Jack Palance, he does a whole hunting like monologue.
Oh, he does, yeah. Now, these two are, I mean, they are future Oscar winners.
yes.
They were kind of slumming it at this point and just took, I guess, a nice paycheck just to get them by day to day, buy a new car or something.
Yeah.
But they really do. They really were worth their money in this film because they elevate this film to actually being watchable.
Yes.
Because the beginning of the film, well, we got Cameron Mitchell. And he is a bit of a celebrity in the B-movie world.
Right, yeah.
And he's out there with his son hunting. So first we start off with our human hunters.
Got a full day ahead of us. I've been up for an hour already.
So you've been up for an hour already. Hubba hubba.
This opening, I was cringing, but I was also dying because the dad is there trying to get his son, who must be, 30?
Yeah.
Like, his mustache looks at least 25.
Right.
And he's just like, come on, son, we're going to go out. You're going to miss the morning. I've been up for like 3 hours.
And he's
it's
like, oh, but Dad, I want to stay in
I wanna
bed.
stay in bed. We're going to go hunting. And he's like, you're not going to make me kill something, Dad. And I was just like, oh my God. I really hope somebody kills these two.
Well, I mean, it looks like the dad was about to shoot the son at several points. He looks at him, he's like, I'm contemplating it.
I'm
And he's like, "Oh."
contemplating murdering my own son right at the beginning of the movie. The son disarms himself, takes the bullets out of his own shotgun. So I'm like, that's going to probably come back and bite you on the ass.
Yep.
But Dad obviously hears a noise, and you get this weird fleshy disc thing that comes flying out of the woods, which kind of reminds me of the Jeepers Creepers kind of
The flesh discs.
the flesh disc that he was throwing. So yeah, without warning, giving out ideas like long before.
Yeah, it's just the comical nature of it going as it wobbles its way forward at
Yeah.
a fairly slow speed.
I mean, Dad gets latched on by like 2 or 3, and he races to his son. He's like, help! And it's like, I'm thinking, geez, the son's going to save his dad. But nope, something walks towards him, and the son is killed off screen.
Yeah. Now, I at first I was just like, what in the world effect is that? Did they just run out of ideas and just threw all of the contents of the visual effects department's products into one thing?
Yeah.
Glued it all together and went, that's it. That's
That's
our
it.
frisbee alien creature
Yeah.
with the little tentacles that get into people's skin. I was like, it looks fleshy and hairy and tentacly, and it's like, it actually looks pretty gross.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's slimy and it's practical. So I kind of like, nah, it's
It
fine.
also looks alive.
Yes, it does.
Like, this isn't like a disc that the creature, the alien itself, will make. It's like it's birthed it
Right.
or grown it.
We don't really get to see it, but I was imagining it like pulling it off its own body. Like,
Yeah. And we're like, I don't know if I should just spoiler it now, but you won't really see the alien.
You'll see some shadows. Actually, about the 18-minute, 40-second mark,
Right.
there is a Scoutmaster, played by Larry Storch, I think, or Larry Starch.
Right.
And he's a like famous actor from like F Troop and many other stuff.
Okay.
And he turns around and we get the wide shot of the grass.
Is that where the creature's like really far in the fucking distance?
Yeah, or it's on its knees, or it's
That's it. I saw it and I'm like, is that the creature, or is that somebody who accidentally got on film?
right.
You know, and they just didn't have the chance to edit it out. But okay, you briefly glimpse it at like 18 minutes and 42, but you won't actually see it until the end. And then even then, it's still in the distance and kind of just a couple of close-up shots. But it's the fact that this alien is played by Kevin Peter Hall.
Yeah.
Who will go on to play the Predator.
Oh, it is a small world, isn't it?
Like,
He was destined to play an alien hunter.
but that fucking Scoutmaster, man.
He gave me the creeps the way he was talking to these boys like men, and how he can't wait to lead them into the wilderness.
Yes, and then he's got lost and his compass isn't working, and now he's getting a little bit worried because how's he going to get the children home? But
Yeah.
I thought this is where the movie could have at least saved itself if it had killed the Scoutmaster and maybe a couple of the children.
Well, they all turn around in horror,
Yeah.
and they all go running except one.
Because the Scoutmaster's killed off screen, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
And that will happen a lot. Like, a lot.
Yeah,
Like, I think for everybody.
almost, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they get attached by the little leeched frisbee things, and that's enough
And
to kill them.
That's it, you know. But we have our main teen friends as well. We have Sandy, Greg, Tom, and Beth, who are all heading up to the lake. Now, Sandy is played by Tara Nutter. Beth is played by Lynn Thiel. Greg is played by Chris Nelson, but Tom is played by the legendary David Caruso.
Yeah, fantastic actor.
Yeah,
This
like-
is like his film debut.
Yeah, it's terrible. His film debut is terrible. Like, you're kind of glad that you've seen him go off to do better things, but you can see that actually he's the most confident out of these three, even though he's not the main, because he's there, his arms all over Beth, he's the boyfriend, he's driving the van. I really felt for them when they were in the back of the van.
I was just laughing.
Like,
They
there were
bouncing around in the back.
That's
there.
it. There's no seatbelts. It's like the cameraman's just like, we need to film you in the back of the van, but there's no back seats, so just balance yourself in this area while we drive.
Well, they have to eventually stop for some gas.
Yes.
And of course, well, we get the the scary gas man attendant who gives them the warning about you don't want to go down that road.
Yeah, and,
Well-
and the scary man in the toilet.
Oh, and the scary man, right? Yeah, our two lunatics of the movie in one place.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, you don't want to go down to that lake. It's dangerous. There's people hunting right now, so
Yes.
ominous.
Oh, I'd stay away from there if I was you.
How come?
Well, it's hunting season. Yeah, there's been more than one accident with strangers in these parts.
Yeah.
And he's, of course, got all the taxidermy animals, and then there's the whole question about, did you hunt them? And he's like, yeah, I hunt them, but I also kill them and eat them.
Yeah.
So I'm not wasting what I'm hunting. Oh, is this a parallel to the alien that's out there hunting people?
Well, that's it. That's it. Like, Jack Palance really puts it to us that, you know, some people, things, have to hunt to feed.
But he also
you know?
talks about the sport
But
of
the
it.
sport of it, yeah, you know, and enjoying it and actually taking it as a trophy. And I'm like, what was that about trophies? But I also like the fact that then on the other side, you've got Martin Landau, who's playing Fred Sarge Dobbs, who we'd call him Sarge all the way through the movie. And he's in the toilet. You know, the girls have gone to go toilet themselves, and he just kind of walks out and he just like looks at them. And I'm thinking, yeah, the director must have looked at both these legendary actors and it's like, oh, well, you're the crazy man and you're the crazy gas attendant man, and you just need to feed your roles, your lines to these characters so we can get them to the alien.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then off they go. And no skinny dipping, no nudity in this film.
Nope.
In this schlocky 80s B-movie horror.
I was kind of relieved at that. It kind of kept it on a certain level.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't need to see David Caruso's ass.
This is true.
You know? And the two leads, like the girl playing Sandy, even though the film doesn't really highlight that she is the main girl, she's kind of a Ripley. You know, she's running around scared, being chased by this creature. And you've got Greg there, who's her, like, boyfriend. But
They only just met.
yeah, they literally just met. But as the movie goes on, like, he's trying to be the hero to protect her, and then he gets killed, which is awesome.
Now, apparently in the original script, he does survive, but the director was just like, nah, we gotta have some more
Yeah,
fatalities
I
here.
felt that. I felt the tone of the movie was keeping going for a while. I'm like, he could have a hero moment, and then when he ended up dead, I was like, oh no,
Nope. No. But yeah, so they end up separating. They end up obviously all in the water. Apparently they filmed this in December, so it was freezing bloody cold. The actors did a good job here convincing me this was the middle of summer.
Yes.
But Tom and Beth end up making out in the lake, and then the other two are like, oh, let's get out of here. Let's go for a walk.
Yeah, let's go for a walk, yeah.
So the other two end up making out some more. They end up getting ready to have some fun, and then that fades out, and that's the last we'll see of those two alive.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I was like, I'm sure something's supposed to happen, and then fucking Sandy and Greg come back, and there's just no evidence where they've gone.
So they have a picnic, and then they're like, it's been an hour. Let's check the van. They're not there. Let's go for a wander through the woods again. And it was at this point I was like, oh God, this film started off pretty strong for what it was. But all I'm seeing, I say strong because there was different locations, different things happening at different locations.
They were building up,
But now it was quickly becoming apparent that this was going to be a trudge around the woods movie.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, please no.
It's when
no.
they found the waterworks shed that got me.
Well, did you know, Ian, that was the only actual set that was built for this film?
No shit!
Well, like I said, they had no budget. And what they used was pretty practical. Like, they didn't use any nails. This whole thing was glued together. Yeah.
What is the way they're walking around? Like you said, it's getting to nighttime, and he's just like, what's that over there? And there's just this shed. I was
In the middle
like,
of nowhere.
what the fuck? And then they go up, and they open the door, and I love the cut from going outside to inside, because obviously inside must be a completely different locale, I'm assuming? Or
I don't know. It probably
Well,
was
no,
there.
it probably was the shed, but they had to film from inside. And this is where we realise that this is where the alien is storing all of its hunted human corpses. We don't know what it's doing with them. Some have got yellow pus.
Yeah, one's missing an eye.
Yeah, like, Like, I think David Caruso was smiling.
Right? I mean, he's just spitting out something as he falls down.
You got the Scoutmaster there, you've got the dad, you've got the guy with the mustache, you've even got Beth, who I think's still in her bikini, and this absolutely freaks Sandy and Greg out, and they run off.
Yeah. They run all the way back to the car, which of course, you know, cliche, it won't start.
Yeah.
And then something attaches itself to the windshield.
Yes. The alien has turned itself up again.
And it's throwing these alien frisbees at the car.
See, now, Gary had mentioned it before we turned the camera on, that the director had mentioned that the alien is supposed to be invisible.
Yes, the alien is supposed to have a cloak so it can be invisible when it needs to, but due to budgetary restraints, they couldn't actually show the transition on camera.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So this cloaked alien, played by Kevin Peter Hall, is chasing these people through this wooded, tree-like area with strange alien weaponry. And fucking this bit had me dying because they're driving along, they're trying to escape, and this fucking disc is on the front of the screen, and it's trying to bite its way through the windscreen. And they come up with the idea to use the windscreen wipers to get rid of it.
That's not going to work.
Oh,
It did straight away. Whoop, whoop.
and they were so happy. They were like, "Oh my god, this is great! This is great!
We're saved.
Try the windshield wipers.
So they eventually drive into town or to a bar.
Yeah.
And Greg gets out and he's like, Sandy, you stay here. There's a deadly alien creature of some sort, a serial killer of some unknown description out here, but you'll be safe in the car.
On your own.
On your own. Just lock the car doors. And he goes inside and he tries to explain, there was something killed my friends. And they're like, yeah, just sit down. We'll pour you a drink.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't have been any more convincing if he tried. He was just like, I mean, he also looked like he was slowly transitioning into Marty McFly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no one believes him except, of course, Sarge. Who's just like, wait a minute, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. It's what I've been telling all of you.
Yeah.
That this creature, this thing is out there and it's hunting us and it's going to kill us.
Well, actually, he's also starting to believe that the aliens might actually look human as well.
Oh, right, like body snatchers.
Yeah, body
That's right.
snatchers style, yeah. And
so but the rest of them are not convinced until they go outside and bring Sandy in to also vouch for what Craig has been saying.
that's it. And Sandy's been in the car and she's kind of seen some weird shadows, so she gets a bit freaked out thinking the aliens followed them to the bar.
Which it has when you see the big head thing go past the van, the silhouette.
Yeah.
And so what does she do? Well, she decides, fuck it, I'm going to run through the woods.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Sandy?
And ends up running into Jack Taylor, played by Jack Palance.
Who's also now out there hunting whatever it is that's hunting them.
Yeah, because Palance had kind of played it like he knew something was down there.
But he was keeping it on the low.
Yeah, because he had confronted it before, because he shows later on that he's got an
He's got a
injury.
scar, yeah.
So you're like, oh, how long's it been down there for? You know, have you just been stopping people from going there, or has it just turned up recently? We don't know. While back at the bar, Greg and all the other bar patrons are realizing that Sarge has just gone cuckoo, and he's now wielding a gun. And he's trying to like hold people in place because he's fully convinced that the alien is obviously taking on human form and is trying to take over the world. And he's the only one who knows this. So they've ended up calling the sheriff to get the sheriff round. And the power goes out.
They cut the power.
It cut the power.
And the bar people are just like, nah, power goes out from time to time.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about.
But this silhouette turns up at the door. And it turns out that it's not the alien. Even though it kind of looks like the alien in one shot, but it's not. It's the sheriff. And fucking
Sarge
shoots him down. You know, like, I don't think he's dead. I think he's wounded.
It was a very gentle laying down he did. But
yeah.
We don't really know because we kind of cut away from that soon after.
Yeah. So Jack had turned up with Sandy and seen obviously the sheriff getting wounded, confronts Sarge, takes the gun from him, but he wants to find the shack. He needs to confront this creature. So he takes Greg and Sandy with him out to the shack. And he sees the bodies and he's a bit freaked out. And then the discs start coming again to start to hit him. And Jack actually has the real good concept of using a knife to cut the disc off. And I was like, it was a real dodgy kind of effect that he was trying to work with. But this is Jack Palance using what looked like a real knife to cut off something off of it.
It was just like the critter sounds. Yeah. Just, I don't know, they were a little bit annoying, but it sold the effect well enough. But it was the fact that, like, I was like, how is he so resilient to them that he just keep cutting them off? Has he like built up an immunity to whatever toxin these things have? Because most people that get hit by them are just like,
yeah, man,
paralyzed and fall down.
I had so many questions. I was just answering them myself as the film went on, just to get through it.
I just thought, he was a tough son of a gun, so he was just not going down with a few critters on him.
Because you have to remember, like, we haven't really seen this creature at all we've seen are the discs. So the discs are literally carrying the entirety of this movie with this alien.
Yeah,
up to
that's
this point.
Where I also felt like the film was getting a little bit stale.
Yes.
Because, yes, we know there's something out there. We've seen the weird silhouette. We've seen these disc things being thrown.
Yeah.
And we also see that they're on string or on wires. They wobble as they get thrown. Apparently, the director shot some of the extreme close-ups in his own home garage.
Wow,
you know, just to get these shots done.
Just to get the shots done.
But it was like, I want to see something new. I want to see the next weapon or the next gadget or the next gizmo or the creature itself now. So, yes, you can lead us along and hold us in suspense of revealing the creature at the end, but you got to feed us something along the way as well. And deaths off screen and flying frisbees were cool at the beginning, but like, we need something else.
Yeah.
And sadly, this for me is where the film really just bottoms out. Like, the whole sequence from when they first got to the bar, and then it's like, right, now back to the hut again, out in the middle of nowhere, then back into the woods, then back into a random house, and I was like, how long is this night? And then I was like, is it gotten brighter? Is the editing? Oh, wait a minute, the cinematographer is trying to hide the skyline, so we can't see how bright it is in respect to how far through the night we are.
Yeah.
I was like, man, the pacing's dropped, the story is wafer thin, the acting is abysmal, or absolutely batshit crazy and enjoyable. But some of the characters are really obnoxious and annoying, and so I was just like, oh man, like, this film better do something soon. And it took a little while before it actually delivered, where after they've been back to the cabin out in the middle of nowhere again, and then end up running away because... Oh, actually, they end up back out on the road, and then the police car turns up, and they're like, finally, the police have arrived, only to find out that Sarge has now taken the cop car from the sheriff that he shot earlier.
Yeah, and he's ended up chasing them as well, so they end up trying to escape from him.
He's a terrible shot for someone who was supposed to have been in the war.
Yeah, well, he's fucking mental, mate.
That's true, yeah.
And it's nighttime, I don't know how well he can shoot at night, but they decide they're racing across this bridge, and he's chasing them, and Greg and Sandy leap off the bridge, and Gary and I both agreed that they must have done their own stunts, because they certainly probably didn't have any money to get stunt doubles in, and that one shot could have killed the two leads, but it didn't. And then they wander into this hut, and I was just like, why is there's this random house in the middle of nowhere? But it was because, as the film's getting towards the end, you need your two leads to kind of try to reconvene and have like a loving moment so that something happens in the story. And so Greg's just like, Sandy, go, get out of those wet clothes, get into some dry ones, have a rest. I'll make myself a big cup of coffee and I'll protect you until morning. And she's like, thank you, Greg, thank you. And she goes off. And then she dramatically wakes up because she feels like the creature is following them. And she goes outside. And Greg, who we had seen getting ready with his cup of coffee, is fucking dead.
Yeah.
He's fucking dead.
He's got a frisbee on his face.
They fucking just killed him off screen. I know I already spoiled it early in the review, but when she got up and she turned and he's in the chair, I'm like... Oh. Like at least, I would have actually enjoyed it if he disappeared.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing there. Like the creature had come in, killed him, and taken him off. So then she's absolutely on her own. To walk around and turn the chair and see him with this thing on the face means that the creature, the alien, Kevin Peter Hall, has thrown the disc on his face and left him in the chair.
Probably, yeah. Or maybe he'd fallen asleep in the chair and it just, there you go.
Just wasn't playing.
But what happens next is actually one of my favourite shots in the film. And that's where Sandy's still in the house and she ends up flinging the light, or the light gets knocked.
Yeah.
And it swings right up next to the alien who's there, like, ah!
Yeah.
And you see it in that glimpse of light as it's swinging, and then it cuts and it's gone again.
It
You're like,
reminds me of the big bolded alien from Star Trek, the original series.
yeah, of course. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I wonder if it was inspired by...
Probably.
Yeah. But did you know as well that the alien head was designed by industry veteran or would-be Rick Baker?
Oh, wow.
This is what,
nice.
a year before An American Werewolf in London?
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently he baked that in his own kitchen.
With no budget, they were like, we need a special...
the director took nearly $20,000 out of the budget to pay Rick Baker to
wow.
do that. So that was another huge chunk of the budget. But the director went on to say, like, actually turned out pretty well. Like, making that investment with Rick Baker because that head that was then used on the poster and the promotional material, and it got people in seats or in drive-thrus to come and see this thing.
Yeah, because you kind of, when you see the poster, you're like, oh my God, that alien looks great. And then it doesn't really turn up until the very end of the movie. And then it's really far in the distance because it's stood next to its hut, because you've got Jack Taylor, Jack Palance, and you've got Sandy confronting the alien because Jack's got some TNT and explosives around the hut.
While he's been off screen, we've seen him like grab some explosives, and now all of a sudden he's got them there.
Yeah.
So they're in position. Sandy's there with the plunger. Jack Palance is there with the rifle, waiting for the alien. And then the camera pans, and there's Sarge in the background, ready to take over again.
Yeah. He confronts the alien and gets killed.
Yeah. Well,
That was like a waste. And then Jack Palance confronts the alien.
Well, he ends up getting hit with a few of the sucker things as well.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, alien! And then he runs off towards the alien. Now, apparently, in most of the shots where you can't actually see Jack Palance or Martin Landau, and if it's the back of them, you're actually looking at the back of the director who was fake shemping as them.
Ah, nice, fake
And
shemp.
so in this final shot where he's running towards the alien, that's the director running up there.
Yeah.
Grabs hold of the alien and, well, tries to wrestle. He ends up ending up in the shed himself.
Yeah.
And then he just turns to Sandy like, do it, yay!
Yeah, do it!
And she hits the plunger and it's like, it's not working!
Yeah.
Oh, crap! You haven't attached the cables!
Yeah.
She quickly scravages around, she gets them on, and then hits the plunger again, and then, well, the hut explodes like several times.
It does. Massive. And the alien just stands there right next to it.
Yeah, it doesn't even flinch.
Yeah. That's right, because it was moving away from the hut, and they were like, "No, it's got to be close to the hut." So he convinces it, fucking forces it to go back, and then it blows up, and then she's just kind of sat there, and I was really quite shocked. Like, the movie was really, really bad, but I'm looking at this girl, I'm like, "Wow, Sandy, you've had a really bad day."
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah. I mean, everyone now is pretty much dead. She's killed the alien.
Like, that's it. She's killed the alien. Jack Taylor's dead. Sarge is dead. Greg is dead. Her friend Beth's dead. Fucking Tom's dead.
Sheriff's maybe dead.
The sheriff might be dead.
Scoutmaster's dead. Don't know what happened to the kids.
She witnessed this, like, there's the fucking Scoutmaster and the dad and the son inside the fucking hut. They're all fucking dead. So she has to go back into town, and say to the townspeople, and I wouldn't be surprised if the townspeople are like, just sit down, have a drink.
Yeah, right.
We'll call the
Tell us
sheriff.
about it. Yeah. Well, Ian, what are your favourite scenes from Without Warning?
Well, I mean, it's very hard to have favourite scenes when the movie was absolutely fucking god-awful terrible. And I just wanted to turn it off like every 5 to 10 minutes. Like every 6-7 minutes, I suppose, if you get that fucking reference. But I suppose I'll give you two. The first has to be Jack Palance going, alien! And me going, no, it's Predator, but close. You're almost there, mate. You're almost there.
Alien! Alien! Alien!
And the second favourite sequence was when the sucker disc thing landed on the windscreen and they didn't know what to do and they were absolutely terrified. And then somebody went, let's use the windscreen wipers. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also going to second that alien moment as he goes running towards it in slow motion. I say slow motion. He was an old man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, director.
Yeah, old director. Yeah, I really like the alien reveal in the house when the light shines on it and we see it there. It's menacing. It's got some nice shadow behind it. Of course, the height of the thing adds to the frightening factor. But it was a little unsettling, a little bit creepy. So I was like, as the first like face reveal of the thing, I was like, that was actually quite effective.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I mean, I honestly get a good giggle whenever I see a prosthetic or an effect on wire, and you can see the wire. I'm like, oh, bless you. It's so cool to see a practical effect, even though we can see how it's being done. I was like, I applaud that anyway.
Yeah.
Jack Palance, again, like this man just stole the movie. Like from his entrance at the petrol station, then him coming into the bar later on, and then him out there in the woods trying to hunt the alien.
Yeah, man.
And then his speech to Sandy as well about the creature and its hunting. It's like, yeah,
It's
he's
great.
literally just told the synopsis of Predator.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, he really made this film. And yeah, Martin Landau, he also added a certain insanity to the film.
He did, yeah.
And watching him become more and more unhinged as his PTSD sort of catches up with him, it's like, this was a really interesting character that he's playing here. And again, almost everyone in the bar, all of the actors, all of the extras in there, they're not just extras. They have got IMDb pages going back to the 50s and 60s. I'm like, these guys are industry veterans that have come in for a little paycheck to help out the director here. I was like, it's such a wonderful little cast. Throughout the film, it's kind of a weird cast.
Yeah.
When you look at the whole of it, I was like, this is incredible. But there's another name that I also feel like I absolutely have to mention, and he is probably, if not one of my favorite directors of photography ever, and that is Dean Cundey.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that name pop up, I was like, yeah.
This is the guy that would shoot John Carpenter's The Thing and Halloween and Big Trouble in Little China and Jurassic Park and Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Like, absolute legend. And so, even though this film is on a tiny budget and this DP would go on to amazing films, watching him apply his craft on no budget, shooting nights and making those night shots look well lit.
Yeah.
Fog machine in the background, adding in some atmosphere. It keeps the image moving, even though our actors are stationary. The image is alive. There's depth to it with the lighting. So his framing, his lens, what he chose, the way that he filmed it is all really good, and absolutely elevates this film above, I guess, most of the contemporaries around the time that were making this kind of schlock.
Yeah.
He made it actually look like this film had triple the budget it actually had. So Dean Cundey did an amazing job making this film look like $1 million, and so it's incredible what he did here. I also want to bring up Greg Kinane, I think, who also sadly passed away this year, who also worked on like the other prosthetic monster effect. Who also has another IMDb page just next to Rick Baker's, you know. So it's just like the talent involved in this film. Yes, a lot of them would go on to win Oscars and do great stuff, but it's kind of humbling to see them kind of just working on this bit project and making a go of it, because you can tell that everyone in this project really tried, even though it's still terrible.
Yeah.
Iain, do you recommend?
I can't recommend without warning, because I wrote terrible at least 5+ times while I was writing my notes for this film. And it's because it was terrible. There was terrible build-up. There was terrible results. I mean, the music's nothing to really call home about, and the special effects are really dodgy. But Predator Badlands has just come out, you know, while we're recording this. So it's going to be like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, you know, past the film come out. And a lot of people are saying bad things about it. Disney has done this, Disney has done that. You know, people have been fucking slating Predator 2 for years. You know, people have been saying that the Predator is absolutely brilliant and they love to see more kids wearing Predator masks, learning how to use Predator tech. To all those people who, you know, just look at these new films that come out going, God, that's so bad. Go back and watch Without Warning. It's the original Predator. It is. It's got it all there. Everything is there. You love it. You love it. The lineup is actually holding the movie together. I like to think that Jack Palance and Martin Landau might have gotten together at one point while they were filming this and gone, we need to save this movie. You know, and they just saved the movie. I love the fact that this movie gave Kevin Peter Hall a basis. You know, people would have seen it and gone, wow, Who is that? He's so tall, and he would go on to be Harry and the Hendersons in the fucking first 2 original Predator movies. I like the fact that, you know, the guy behind Predator might have watched this and gone, I've got an idea for a film, and then it has made subsequent more films in the franchise along with all these games. But in 1980, somebody went, I've got a film about an alien hunter coming from space and killing a bunch of people, and I'm going to call it Without Warning.
Yeah. It's also, unfortunately, going to be a no from me. I really can't recommend Without Warning, as this low-budget horror is sadly pretty dull, with a meandering second act and a laughably bad third act. The film starts out well enough as the body count rises, but the frisbee alien weapons become repetitive and the lack of creature disappointing, and the acting... Well, the acting is all over the place, with Jack Palance and Martin Landau trying to out-crazy each other, which is a nice reprieve from the more obnoxious characters. The film's not a complete loss, though, as there are some good visuals thanks to legendary Dean Cundy's camera work, helping to add a sense of danger and creepiness with the POV shots and the atmospheric lighting and composition, and his work really elevates the corny, schlocky material. So yeah, lots of overacting, long, boring woodland treks, limited effects, within a good premise, but sadly, this all falls short of being worthy of recommending and only might be worth checking out if you are interested in the original, I guess, Predator movie. The alien terror is here on Earth! Thanks for watching Off the Shelf Reviews.
Hey, I ain't the crazy one. Remember?